Today's tech tip takes us back to a Google Forms add-on called docAppender that we can use to create student journals digitally. Now this is the big picture with docAppender. With docAppender, the student completes a Google form, and traditionally the answers from a Google form will go to a summary spreadsheet, which is what we're used to as teachers. But with the docAppender add-on, then all of those answers also get shot over here to each individual student document. It's a journal, and every time they complete this form or different forms that are pointed to their documents with docAppender, it will continue to add to their journal. So the setup, how do we do this? First of all, the teacher will create a form. Note that one question must be a drop down for the student name, and you want to leave that blank for now. The second thing that teachers will do is they'll create a blank document and just title it Journal. Then they'll push that blank document out to a class in Google Classroom and choose Make a Copy for each student. Note, it's super important to title the assignment in Classroom to include the title of the class. So you will want to assign this to each class individually. By pushing a copy out to each student, Google Classroom will keep all those documents in the same folder, making it easy to direct docAppender to those documents. No Classroom, there really isn't a problem. Create a folder with the document in it for each student, making sure the student's name is in the title, and then you can point docAppender to that document. Now, once you've created the form and you've pushed a document out to each student, it's time to make sure that you have the add-on. So go into your Google form, click the three dots in the top right corner, and you can go down here to add-ons. And once you get there, you can search for docAppender, add it, and accept all the permissions. If you already have docAppender, or once you've done this, in the top right corner, there's a puzzle piece. When you click on that puzzle piece, then docAppender shows up under the puzzle piece as an option. Note, this is the blank name question that we've put into our form as a drop-down, but it doesn't have anything there. What docAppender does is it populates that question for you. So I may have other questions under there as well that are reflection questions that I'd like students to answer. So now I'm in docAppender, and I'm going to run it. So this is what it looks like when you run docAppender. You'll go to the top, you'll go down and choose docAppender, open the sidebar, and once this opens, you're going to pick that folder with those student documents in it. Now we had a folder that an assignment we had created called Period 1 Journals, and we pushed it out to students, so I'm going to select that one. And once I choose that folder, I hit Next. Under Name, I'm going to select the question, and it'll say name under there. If that's not there, click Refresh List, then save and populate. And notice that the students in my class now get to pick their name from the list. Then I pick which questions I want to include, save those changes, and close out of docAppender. Note, if we make any changes to this form, if I want to use this form over and over again so that it will go on to students' journals, I do need to rerun docAppender. Or if I change any questions, I'm going to want to rerun docAppender so that I can check those questions. Once I've done this, what does it look like for students? Well, they'll complete the form, then they can look at their responses in their journal document. It's really great for that when they have multiple entries to review, and they can reflect on those entries for the year. And every time a student completes a form that's pointed to this journal document, the answers will paste. So here's an example of what it would look like. So a student comes in, picks out the form, answers the questions, they'll choose their name, tell me about the rock cycle, write an answer in there. And these questions can be whatever you would like them to be for reflection and whatever. They work with many classes. Then they'll click Submit. And that's all they'll do to fill out their journal. Of course, as teachers, you can see it in the summary. Now, if I go down, I'm in the teacher view, but I can still look at the student's journal. So here's that journal it was pointed at, and the answers the student has written are pasted in as a bullet list. If there's another answer or another entry, it'll have a line, and those answers will be there underneath it. And here's what it looks like for teachers viewing the responses. They'll go back into their form. They can click on the view the spreadsheet, and it'll be a traditional spreadsheet response, just like we're used to seeing. So what else could we use this for with docAppender and student journals? I've used them for writing reflection journals. I've seen teachers use them for reading logs, where there's a form they fill out about the books that they read, maybe a little review of a book, and then it creates a document that's a record of what they've read all year. Maybe there's a fitness log, and if you choose the horizontal table for it to shoot into their document, then it'll just keep adding the data below in a table. Maybe there's a daily question each day, an entry ticket, exit journals. The ideas are endless for this, so give it a try. Let us know how it works for you. Let us know if you have any questions. Have a great day.